Hi again. In this exercise, I'm going to be going through with you the newsletter management system that's included in the website. Now, on the front end of the site, you'll see here that on the home page, the option allowing users to register for your newsletters. To do so, all they simply do is go in there and enter their name. Let's put mine in, and email address. Okay. Then they click register now. Once they've done that, they are notified that they have been successfully added to the mailing list, and that's all they have to do. From your end, as the administrator, you have two separate sections in the content management system that you have at your disposal for the management of the subscription lists and the management of the newsletters themselves. I should say management and sending, and I'll show you those two in this video. First, we have newsletter management here, and below that we have subscriber management. I want to start with the subscriber management section first. First, we're going to go to manage subscriber, right? That's the second item down. And here you will see that here I am, Chris Mills, my email address, and so on. Now, this is because I simply filled out the information on the home page. You'll notice that the organization and type of organization, those fields are empty. When people are filling out forms online, they typically do not want to fill out on what they deem to be unnecessary information. So this is just something that we know as website developers. If someone wants to sign up for a newsletter or unsubscribe from a newsletter, they want it to be as quick and as painless as possible. You, however, may want to utilize this information in other ways. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to edit. And you'll see here now that you have the option to put in my organization, the type of organization to which I belong, and by the way, the organization list here, right, is managed in organization management. Okay, we'll do that as a separate video because we have an organization database, but it pulls from the organization database here on the manage organization type. So that's where that comes from. So if you find that you're missing an organization type here, you can go into the organization management and add it. Going on, you can add my address, country, my email address is already here, my title, and so on. And at the very, very bottom of the page, I'm just glossing over this. At the very bottom of the page, you have group name. Now you can assign me to a group. Let's say, for instance, I am interested in UNICEF related news. You have a newsletter that's related specifically to UNICEF related projects. You can add me to that group by simply selecting UNICEF and updating subscriber. That's all. I may be interested in getting UNFPA related projects as well as UNICEF, in which case you'd hold down control, select both, and click update. That's all. Alright, the instruction is actually right here. Now, if you want to add a new group, you'd go back to subscriber management, select manage group, simply type the name in here, okay, design, click add group, it's added to the list. If I go back to manage subscriber, edit my name, scroll to the bottom of the list, design is now available. Okay, that's all you have to do. Now you also have the option to, and I'll just quickly go through this because we've covered news mail formats before. This is the email format, the email or the format of the email that gets sent out with the newsletter in it. Okay, so it will say, dear person's name, you would be interested to receive details in the latest newsletter, etc. The details are here. You can unsubscribe here, the email content, and so on. So we've covered this already. I've already told you not to delete these or change these things in square brackets, so I'll skip that. Alright, so if I wanted to, if someone had just called up my office and said, look, I would like to be added to the newsletter, you'd go to subscriber management and select add subscriber. You could put the name, organization, type of organization, email address, and professional title. Those from this page would be mandatory. Anything with the asterisk and anything with the yellow background in the fields. Alright, you'd put that in. You could select country optional, put their website address, and select the group. And that would be it. Now, to send the newsletter, I'm going to move from subscriber management back up to newsletter management here. We have a couple of options. We can create a newsletter, manage a newsletter, or manage a newsletter templates. And I'm going to go through this really quickly. First, I'm going to select create a newsletter. Once you do this, by default, the template is selected. The template option is new, meaning you're going to create a new template here. You'd go into the editor using the tools that I've already described to you, and you design the newsletter in here. Okay, you could do it from scratch. Once you've done that, you could select save this as a template, give it a name, and it would automatically, actually you give it a name first, then click save as template. Once you've done that, it would save it. You do not click next for that purpose. In this case, we have already created a template, so I'm going to select from this drop-down list monthly newsletter. That's a template that we designed just to get you started. Okay, and you'll see that automatically we have a subject that has been put in. This has been pulled from the template newsletter, the template itself. I have the option to send this email, this newsletter as an HTML email or as a PDF attachment. I'm going to stick with HTML. I can now go into the template itself and I'm going to change some of the text. This is coming from the template. I'm going to change some of the text. I'm going to change this to September to remember. Alright, if I wanted to, I could come in and put in some pictures. I could change the text, etc. Alright. You could change your email address, and you have the option here. The user has the option here to click this link to unsubscribe. Don't change that. You can change your address and so on. The best thing to do would be to actually create your own custom template. You could simply use this template as a guide, change your logo, change your text, save it as a new template, give it a new name first, then click this save as template option. So once I've done this, everything looks fine. I'm going to click next. This now allows me to send the email out as a newsletter. Firstly, the subject is still here. Below that, we can select the subscriber to which, or subscriber group to whom you'd like to have the email sent, right? Remember the design group? So if we selected this option, the newsletter would be sent to all the users that have been added to the design group as we just created. Or we have the option to send to any other group or just generally all subscribers. That would be all groups in one go. You can CC a particular person or group of users, right? That you just simply put the email address in here. You have the option to attach a file, okay? In which case it would give you the option to upload the file from desktop. So for instance, you may want to attach some additional PDF document from your desktop or so on. Once you've done that, you get a preview of the email itself, the preview of the newsletter. It says September to remember, etc. And I click send newsletter. It would be sent to all subscribers. That's essentially how you send your newsletters out once you have edited them and you're comfortable with the preview. Now on the left, we have a couple of other options. We have manage template. Alright, once you click that, it simply gives you a list of all the templates that are available. You can select the template you want to edit, click edit, the same editor window loads, right? And that's it. So essentially I've covered with you now the editing of the newsletters, creating a newsletter, managing of your templates, sending your newsletters, and also your subscriber management. Alright, or partly covered the subscriber management. I think we've gone through adding subscribers, managing subscribers, the mail format. Actually everything's covered. So that takes care of your newsletter management and your subscriber management in one go. So I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.